Wake up and be amazing and grab your daily Danish. The title of today's little talk is The World is for TRY-ers. So what does that mean? So let's talk about baseball. Let's use that as an example. Did you know if you fail more than 67% of the time, you'll be put in the Hall of Fame? So you step into the batter's box. You take a few practice swings. The pitcher throws the ball and you swing and miss. And if you do that 3 times, morning Tanis, if you do that 3 times, you go back to the dugout. And a couple innings later, you know what? You get back in the batter's box. You get your pitches and you take 3 swings and you strike out. You know what? You go back to the batter's box. But on your 3rd time, maybe your 4th time, you get a single, you get a walk, but you get to do it again and again and again and again. So what you have to do is simply start by showing up. If one of us as a trainer asks you to do a jumping jack, a burpee, it's the one rep, the one time when you think you can't do it. And when you do it, you'll get up and you'll have a big Danish grin on your face and you say, I am amazing, I am a badass, I am meant to do hard things. Because the world is for TRY-ers. If I even go back to the time when I was active duty, had I failed boot camp, you know what? I could have done it again. And I could have done it again. So one of the young men, Michael, that I met in tech school, which is what happens after you go to basic training, where you just learn how to be active duty, how to salute, how to wear your uniform, how to say, yes, sergeant, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am. You go to tech school where you learn your job. Well, 20-something years later, Michael and I got back together. And I didn't know that he had failed and been recycled in basic training. So he said he was young, he was a little brash, said some things, did some things, and they put him back. They said, son, you can go home or you can start over. And he's a TRY-er, and he started over, and he got out of basic training. He went to tech school. Once again, got in a little bit of trouble. Young, big chip on his shoulder. They said, once again, Michael, you can go home or you can start over. Michael started over, and 26 years later, he retired. That's right. He could have taken those moments where he was pissy, mad at the world, failed, and said, screw it, and gone back home, and who knows what would happen. But he never quit. He kept trying. He kept digging in. And that's what it's about. Look, getting up at 5 a.m. to meet Brandy or Bree or Roger or Devin or Priscilla or whomever your coach or trainer is, it's hard. It's easy to stay under that blanket with that ceiling fan and you're all cozy. But when you become comfortable being uncomfortable and you know that growth comes outside of your comfort zone, that's when the trying begins. So I just want to tell you today that you, hey RG, were made to do hard things. So never give up. Continue to try. And if you fail, you just have to get up one more time than you failed. That's it. Because the world is for TRY-ers. So keep trying. And once again, if it scares you, it's what you're meant to do. So on this Friday, I challenge you to get up, get out, get moving, and change the world with high fives, smiles, and handshakes.